Let's do this proof, number 14. This is section 8.1, practice problem set C, page 362. If you didn't watch my last one on number 11, then you might want to check that out where I explain what a wish list is. What are we going to do in this one? Well, we need to get S. We see S in one spot in the premises. And this, I think, is going to be one that we definitely want to use a wish list for. So again, if you didn't see how to do a wish list yet, go check out the one on number 11, the video proof on that. So we want to get S. So modus ponens with 5, that would work great. If only we had what? If we had L or T. So we wish we had L or T by itself. Then we could do modus ponens with 5. How in the world are we going to get L or T? Well, we see L right there in 3 as the consequent of this conditional. We see T as a consequent. And hopefully, when you see something like that, a good idea is to think of constructive dilemma. Take a look at this. In the rule for constructive dilemma, you're trying to get a disjunction, R or Z, like we're trying to get a disjunction. And it says if you have these 3 types of premises so you have the R as the consequent in a conditional, and you have the Z in a consequent of a conditional. What you need then is another disjunction, and it has the left side of each conditional, right? So the P and the S on each side of another disjunction. So do we have anything like that? Do we have an F? We need an F on one side of the disjunction, and we need this, R and G, on the other side. That would be great if we had this, because then we could do constructive dilemma with this, plus 3 and 4, and that would give us L or T. Well, that is exactly what we have up there. If we could get this, that would be perfect. And we could get it from 1. We could do modus ponens on 1 if only we had the left side of that conditional. So we wish we had A or not B. And is there a way we can get that? Well, this is another disjunction. Of course, we could think if we have the same method we just did with constructive dilemma, if we had a conditional that ended in A and another one that ended in not B, but I don't see anything like that. However, we do have one side of this disjunction. We have A all by itself already. And hopefully that makes you think of the rule addition. Because if you have one side of a disjunction, you can easily just add the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll take line 2 and just use addition to add what we need. So we get A or not B. We can cross that off. And then we can use our new line 3 with 1. So 1 and 3 together, and we'll do modus ponens, and that's going to give us this. So we get F or R and G. And we can cross that off the list. And then remember we said we can use that disjunction with 4 and 5. I'm sorry, with 3 and 4. Right? Because the left side, F, if F then L, the right side, R and G, well, if that R and G, then T. So that's going to give us L or T. And that is from what? Line 4 and Oops, I numbered this totally wrong. Don't do that. So this is what? Line 6, line 7, and line 8. That's fine. You can just correct it. So 4 and what did we say? We got to renumber. So we say what? 7 plus 3 and 4. And the order you write these over here doesn't matter as long as you get them down. The rule we use is constructive dilemma, and that gives us line 8, L or T. So we got that, and now we have what we need to use with line 5. So 5 and 8. Modus ponens, and that's going to give us our S. And that is how you get that one. If you're not sure where to go thinking forward, remember, try to use the wish list. You might not have thought of constructive dilemma right away. You might have tried a few other things, but when you get stuck, here's what you do. You pull out your list of rules and you look and you say, would this rule help me? Can I do anything with that? And then you go through each rule maybe, right? Go through each rule and see if any would help, because it's easy to forget about a rule and just see where it might apply, right? You might finally get to constructive dilemma and you see, oh, look, a disjunction and 2 conditionals. You're like, I'm trying to get maybe that would be good to get. Oh, okay, where else is L? L's here. Where else is T? It's there. Okay, and you might start to see how it matches up. So go through your list of rules, and then, of course, go through your tips, right? If you figure out what to do, of course, you can stop going through them all, but you can just keep going through all the different resources you have with rules and tips until something clicks about how you can find your path through to get to your conclusion. Awesome.